Hey, what's going on, fam? This is Jay Cameron inviting you to join us in Ethiopia next March 2025. And this is going to be an iconic trip that you don't want to miss, a trip of a lifetime. We're going to be visiting Addis Ababa, Gondor, Lalibela. You'll have a chance to taste the amazing Ethiopian food. You'll also have a chance to visit the Rastafarian community. You'll get the history, you'll get the fashion, you have an opportunity to shop. It's going to be a trip, an experience of a lifetime. So make sure you sign up to join us in Ethiopia, March 2025.
Peace, family. My name is Vicki Dillard for African Diaspora News Channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. Be sure to give us a big thumbs up, and share the broadcast. We ask that you do that because when you're utilizing these online media spaces, it activates notifications for others to know that we're here. And how many of you all know that being independent Black grassroots media, we certainly appreciate you being active and intentional about sharing our message, because we're the counter voice to the media apparatus of the oppressive class. Talk back to me, somebody, and thank you so very much, family. Certainly you all know that we're in a time now where the Democrat Party in particular are truly gaslighting every Black person in the United States of America as much as they possibly can to ensure they drive us to the polls like cattle. They're used to that because we're the only group of people in these United States of America that are their strongest, their number one block, their number one voting block, that will vote for them for absolutely nothing. We're giving them a lot of work because we give them power to change our condition and they don't. So of course we have to hold them responsible. Talk Black to me, somebody. And so, family, with all that being said, we understand that they love to gaslight us and try to tell us how horrible and racist the Republican Party are. And of course, there are certainly many elements in that party. But there are many elements in the Democrat Party. Don't you ever forget the history of the Dixiecrats, because the Democrats were the worst racists of all time. And we used to be, when I say we used to be, many of our Black ancestors used to be, in large part, Republican, until the flip script and the other side basically became inverted and started doing a little bit of something for us. And so that's when we begin to give our vote to the Democrats. But we've been doing that for about 60 some odd years and we haven't gotten anything. Now, I want to remind you all of something. When everybody keeps talking about Trump, and I'm one of them that acknowledges that Trump's father had connections to the Ku Klux Klan, I don't want you to forget this. Watch this video.
As also noted, Robert C. Byrd was a parliamentary library, a keeper of the institution of the Senate, and he was the institution itself. But to me, and many people here today, like guys I see, Bill Bradley and Jim Sasser, who long left the Senate for greener pastures, and I hope better remuneration. We used to kid about that too, but for a lot of us, he was a friend. He was a mentor and he was a guide.
Well, what do we have, beloved? For those of you that may or may not know, Robert Byrd, a very well-known congressman in the United States of America, Biden called him his mentor and friend. For those of you that may or may not know, some reports show that in the early 1940s, Byrd recruited 150 of his friends and associates to create a new chapter of the Ku Klux Klan in Sophia, West Virginia. It says as a young boy, Byrd had witnessed his adoptive father walk in a Klan parade. While growing up, Byrd had heard that, quote, the Klan defended the American way of life against race mixers and communists. I could say more, but you heard Joe Biden speak for yourself. This is the history of Mr. Robert Byrd. Now, Reuters, which is a mainstream media outlet, in this piece from 2020, I'm bringing this up in particular because remember when Biden was running, everybody was bringing up his racist record then a few years ago, right? Well, this piece from Reuters in 2020 says, the headline, fact check, Robert Byrd eulogized by Joe Biden at funeral was not KKK Grand Wizard. Y'all listen. Social media users have been sharing content online that claims Democratic presidential nominee Joe Biden eulogized Robert Byrd, asserting he was the grand wizard of the Ku Klux Klan. This claim is partly false. It's partly false. It's my Mississippi facial gestures. Though various prominent politicians eulogized Byrd at his funeral, the senator was never the grand wizard of the Ku Klux Klan, and he has acknowledged and apologized for his membership during his youth. Well, family, remember the piece that I just read from, or some of the reports online. This one in particular says that Robert Byrd, some of these references. It says in December 1944, Byrd wrote to segregationist Mississippi Senator Theodore G. Bilbo, "I shall never fight in the armed forces with a Negro by my side. Rather, I just want to add this piece. Rather, I should die 1,000 times and see old glory trampled in the dirt, never to rise again, than to see this beloved land of ours become degraded by race mongrels to throw a throwback to the blackest specimen from the wilds." This piece says, Robert C. Byrd in a letter to Senator Theodore Bilbo, Democrat in Mississippi in 1944. I'm just saying, this is what the reports show out there. And as Reuters said, Reuters don't deny his KKK membership. Just said he wasn't technically no grand wizard. If those reports are true that he recruited 150 folks and started a chapter, that does not mean he's a grand wizard. So family, it's important that we get the technical parts right. Let's be accurate. He may not have technically been a grand wizard. That's important to get the details right. But beloved, he was a part of the Ku Klux Klan based on all credible reports. And Joe Biden helped to eulogize him. That clip you saw is from well-known C-SPAN, and said that's his mentor and friend, a Democrat. And you wonder why Joe Biden supported so many anti-Black forms of legislation before he masterminded the 1994 crime bill that disproportionately affected Black folks and is said to have been directly responsible for destroying at least 2 generations of our families. I can't wait to hear what you have to say about it. I just wanted to give you a few receipts. My name is Vicki Dillard, beloved. Be sure to check out my absolutely amazing upcoming webinar about the new Vatican, beloved, where I'm going to be talking about the Trilateral War Room, the divine Trilateral War Room versus the Trilateral Commission. If you know anything about the Trilateral Commission, you know that there's an organization that's talking about, they're the ones that define the New World Order. You don't want to miss that. I can't talk about that online. I have to talk about it offline. Go to my website at vickiplanet.com to register for free. That's vickiplanet.com, vickiplanet.com, VICKI planet.com. I can't wait to see you again.